Hi, great. Take a look at what you wrote. All right, great. It's the tea leaves essay. Okay. The flowchart illustrates the processes taken to produce 4 types of tea from fresh tea leaves and how scented tea. It is clear that the process involves various stages. Okay. I understand. I would have liked something a little bit more here. Obviously, they said something different. For example, one thing that I would have liked to have seen is clearly white tea is the least complex, while steps. Okay, so something like that. And you could have even said how many. You said that from 3 to, quick addition, 6. Okay, so something like that would have been good here because it's just a little too John. Firstly, fresh tea leaves are sorted and cleaned, after which they are? Hold on a minute. No, they're not whitened, they're withered. All right, if you're not sure what that means, take a look it up. So, after which they are withered, except for white tea, where, with an H, the tea leaves are dried and ready to be made into tea. Let's see. Well, you forgot to mention that they're steamed, so hold on a minute. Okay, so firstly, they are sorted and cleaned. Let's see. Yeah, where's the steaming part for white tea? Except for okay, you didn't see that they were steamed, so that's a problem. The other leaves undergo different processes to differentiate them, which include pan frying or steaming or firing, bruising by shaking or rolling for oolong, and rolling into strips or cutting, depending on type of black tea, to make black tea. Okay, maybe you could have just said depending on type, comma, to make black tea. Subsequently, oolong fermented at different rates, after which oolong tea leaves are pan-fried before drying, while for black tea, however, after leaves have been oolong, they are dried and settled and are ready to make scented tea. Okay, where is green tea? Hold on. Okay, so the other leaves undergo different processes to differentiate them, which include pan frying or steaming or frying. Let's see, green tea. Pan frying or steaming or firing for green tea. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that you've included different processes, green tea, bruising and shaking. All right. I do feel like you have left things out. I mean, where is all of this? Did you mention this for green tea? To be honest with you, I find the way you've done this a little complicated, okay? What do I recommend? First of all, I recommend saying that the step that is common to all 4 types of tea are sorting and cleaning. After this, white tea is the simplest, where it requires only steaming. For green tea, oolong, and black tea, all are then withered, okay? And then the subsequent step changes. Green tea must be, the subsequent, rather, steps then change. And then you can differentiate. Then you can start talking about green tea. So, green tea is first pan-fried, steamed, or fired. Then it is rolled and shaped. Or instead, it may be dried with jasmine added to it. In the case of oolong tea, after withering, this happens to it, followed by a short fermentation, when it is then pan-fried, and the last stage is drying, as is with green tea. For black tea, this step is then followed by a full fermentation, and lastly, it is fired. Okay, so that's how I probably would have done this, because all of these are true for all of them, okay? So then you could have just said this, and then this, and then this. Okay, and then of course what you did here, which was fine. Did you mention, let's see, you didn't mention here, hold on, let me just double check. Ah, okay, you did, great, okay, I just want to make sure that you mentioned that green tea is also used, so fine. Yeah, so I found the way you did it just a little confusing. I mean, it was okay, but it was a little confusing, okay? Let's take a look now at your task 2. From large cities to regional locations, benefits and drawbacks. Okay, let's see. As many governments are working on decentralization, companies are urged to relocate to or invest in regional locations. There are disadvantages and advantages. Okay, that's a little short. To this, how about at least? Okay. Many countries are working on developing their regional areas. Firstly, most large cities will be relieved from being overpopulated. Many countries. Hold on a minute. Okay. Firstly, most large cities will be relieved from being overpopulated as people move to less populated regional areas. Also, rush hour congestion, singular, and traffic jams will be reduced as some of the traffic volume goes to the regional locations. Several governments have tried to do this and they are yielding better results. For instance, Nigeria has made Abuja a regional location to be its capital city from Lagos. What does that mean, to be its capital city from Lagos? Has made Abuja a regional location. I don't understand what this means. Some companies relocated to Abuja but left some of their products to continue to be manufactured in Lagos. This has made Abuja's infrastructure to improve, especially the road and railway networks, and has created jobs for those who stay in Abuja. I think you mean who live. Okay, fine. However, there are costs that come with this move. In most cases, these regional areas are underdeveloped, especially the transport services. The roads may be poor as well as the road network. Okay. In addition, they may not have airports. Airplanes are an important means of transport for company executives as they travel or receive others for meetings. For example, in South Africa, the international airport is in Johannesburg, which is a 45-minute drive to Pretoria, the regional location without an airport. Okay, I need commas somewhere. Let's try it again. In South Africa, the international airport is Johannesburg, comma, which is a 45-minute drive to Pretoria, comma, the regional location without an airport, comma, therefore much time is wasted on driving to and from Johannesburg to attend meetings. Okay. Moreover, some employees will need to relocate to these areas, comma, disrupting their families' routines as they have to acquaint themselves with a new environment and people. Okay, fine. In conclusion, moving companies to regional locations ensures equal distribution of services in a country, although the large cities may be left with many buildings, which can become ghost buildings as they get abandoned. All right, well, I don't know about this necessarily. I don't know if I would have included this here, but fine, okay? You've got some nice elements. I know you were asking, I saw your email. It's good for the most part. I'm not sure what score you need, but they most of the grammar is good. It reads pretty easily, which means it flows well. There is a fluidity, so that's good. Most of the vocabulary is appropriate. You have a little you have some problems with punctuation. In other words, I wanted more commas in certain areas, but that's nothing too serious, okay? The organization was fine, so the coherence and cohesion of this essay was fine. So it's at a pretty good level. Like I said, I don't know what score you need, but it's a nice job overall. Okay. Do you have more essays with us? I'm not sure. I thought you did. So go ahead and get those started. Don't forget to correct these. Add to your error correction list, and I will wait to see what you write in the next set of essays. Okay. Good luck with that.